Yes, Whothemaniacs, what's going on? The World Cup is upon us, and although I am somewhat excited by the prospects of South Korea winning their first World Cup ever, the events of the past few months have sincerely brought my sports cynic in me, and I'll get roasted for this commentary by you soccer fans, but you know what? That's what I'm here for, so go roast ahead. Let's start today's topic with the dictator of North Korea, Mr. Kim Jong Il. Mr. Kim Jong Il, the North Korean leader, is reportedly planning a very unique strategy for televising next year's World Cup. The dear leader has allegedly decreed that no live matches will be shown on state TV, only highlights edited by North Korea's state television. If they lose a match, apparently the results will not be shown, it will simply be ignored. What a fantastic idea. I always assumed the whole Kim Jong Il is a genius thing was propaganda, but maybe there's something true to this after all. I may now have to start believing in stories about him having 5 hole-in-ones in one round of golf, which actually makes him better than Tiger Woods. Plus, with only 3 known mistresses to his name, he may well be a more wholesome alternative to Tiger Woods as well. But the North Korean TV strategy tackles or works brilliantly on 2 different levels. 1, it tackles the official hype of the World Cup, and 2, the public hysteria surrounding any World Cup. So let's start with the hype, the official hype. The World Cup has become blatantly overhyped. Whether you agree with me or not, what started out as a bit of fun for, guys like Jules Rimet and his FIFA cronies to have a vacation in Uruguay has become an orgy of commercially driven, state-sponsored pomposity. What was typified by Friday's draw in Cape Town, a glitzy public affair which bore all the hallmarks of a tournament which takes itself far too seriously. It had the pointless cameo appearance of a Hollywood actress, namely Charlize Theron, who she proudly claims to be South African, and yet she became a U.S. citizen in 2007. Go figure that one out. And all the commentary from the likes of Tatum Keshwar, a local beauty pageant contestant who mused, "The future of South Africa is so bright it burns my eyes." Really, Tatum, really? Does it really burn your eyes? Are you sure it's not the tear gas gassing the poor people in the nearby shanty towns of South Africa? Could that be it? And inevitably, there were words from famous politicians in South Africa, namely Nelson Mandela, who seemed to suggest that the whole World Cup thing was Africa's people's reward for enduring and long struggle for freedom and challenging the power. Now that must come as great news for third world countries. So what we're saying is we'll pillage your resources, we'll rape your women, we'll kill your people for several centuries, but guess what? At the end of it all, you get to host a football tournament. Yes, that really makes up for it. The World Cup has such grandiose ideas about itself only because we indulge it with blanket media coverage. Limiting TV coverage to maybe 20 minutes highlights package, so slotted between the weather forecast and a soap opera, could provide much needed reality check. Now secondly, it tackles the public hysteria, and I mean North Korea's strategy on TV. We are all familiar with so-called World Cup fever, which sweeps every nation every 4 years. Symptoms include cramming yourself into overcrowded bars, shouting at big screen TVs for 90 minutes, and celebrating a wild victory or crying in shame and defeat. Most people who suffer from World Cup, funny enough, are not really football or soccer fans. Instead, they are part of that amiable but majority who will buy into the aforementioned hype and get excited about whatever bright bubble the media dangles before them. Whether it be the World Cup, fashion trends, or celebrity gossip, these people are well used to consuming manipulated of information in some form or other, newspaper, radio, or television otherwise. So what the heck? Show them a few doctored images, show the North Koreans anyway, some few doctored images, make them think the nation won the World Cup. It will save a lot of tears before bedtime, and they will not remember results for a long time. You're gonna have to realize that they have been duped. Way to go, Kim Jong Il! I like your strategy. We should adopt that strategy more here in North America, especially here in Canada. Megatron here signing up. I'd like to know your thoughts, guys. Whotheman.com. Stay true to yourself.